Since NASA's inception in 1958, there have been a number of African Americans who have supported the organization either behind the scenes or as an actual astronaut on the space shuttle. Some of those people include Katherine Johnston, a mathematician who calculated flight trajectories for Project Mercury and other missions, NASA supervisor and mathematician Dorothy Vaughan, and NASA engineer Mary Jackson, all of which can be seen in the 2016 film Hidden Figures. This is in addition to 18 black astronauts that have also been into space. Today's TV Talk lesson will look at two of those 18 black astronauts, Lieutenant Michael P. Anderson and Dr. Mae Jemison. Thank you, and we hope you learned something.
Celebrating Black History Month, let's remember Space Shuttle astronaut and Spokane, Washington hero, Michael P. Anderson. Michael Anderson graduated from Cheney High School in Cheney, Washington. Michael earned his bachelor's degree in physics and astronomy from University of Washington in 1981. He went on to earn his Master of Science degree in physics from Creighton University in 1990. As well as wanting to be an astronaut as a child, he always wanted to be a pilot. He went through the Air Force ROTC program. He was commissioned from the U.S. Air Force as a second lieutenant. Lieutenant Colonel Anderson's first space flight occurred in 1998 when he flew as a mission specialist on the Space Shuttle Endeavour during STS-89. That flight was the 8th Shuttle MIR mission. He spent 8 days, 19 hours, and 47 minutes in space. His second trip into space was in 2003 aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia. He was a payload commander and conducted more than 80 experiments during the flight. During this flight, he spent 15 days, 22 hours, and 7 minutes in space. He is in the picture working with the Combustion Module 2 facility in the Space Hab aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia. Anderson and his 6 crewmates perished on February 1, 2003, as the Columbia broke up over Texas during re-entry. Honoring the life of Lieutenant Colonel Anderson, there is a statue at the Museum of Flight. It was designed to serve as an inspiration for children to follow their dreams. Education was a priority for Lieutenant Colonel Anderson. There also is a smaller replica of this statue at Riverfront Park in Spokane, Washington. Let's just remember him and continue to dare to dream.
Good morning, this is Miss Payne, physics and engineering teacher at Todd Beamer High School. I'm going to be talking to you today about this person in the picture here, Mae Jemison. She is the first African American woman astronaut, and she grew up in the 60s on the south side of Chicago. She was really interested in the stars and outer space, and she knew everything she could about all the Apollo missions taking place at the time. But when she was older, she decided to become a doctor. She was really interested in biomedical engineering, so she went to medical school, and that allowed her to go to places like Cambodia and Cuba and West Africa to work and help people. But as she got older, she decided she still wanted to be an astronaut. So she picked up the phone and she called the Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center and she said, I would like an application to be an astronaut. And they gave her one and she became an astronaut. Now, once she went into outer space, she realized she was the first African American woman to be in outer space. So she decided to take a few things with her to represent people who had not been represented. This included a Judith Jamison poster, an Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority flag that was the oldest African American woman sorority, and a Bundu statue to represent the Women's Society in West Africa. And this is a picture of her in outer space. While she was there, she took a moment to be reflective, which is a great thing to do. And she asked herself, What would my younger self have thought if she met me? She was pleased with what she had accomplished, as she should have been. She's been a great role model.